Perfect. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the call. I apologize for being 2 minutes late. I'm still dealing with my crazy allergy, so getting there.
Oh, I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. That's so frustrating.
Oh, it's okay. We have wonderful product helping for that. So I just taking.
Did everybody else lose Christelle as well? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay, we just lost her. I was a little worried my internet might be giving me heck today. All right, Christelle, we'll have you jump back in when you can, but we will go ahead and get started today. So I will share my screen. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I love seeing your beautiful faces. All right, everybody. Welcome to training today. We are in workshop 6 of 24. We are going to be talking today about pre-written messages and why they are so important to making sure that we make a real connection with people. But we also are helping our teams. You know, I know quite a few of you on this team are leaders, and so you're bringing new people into the business, and how we can make that easier for them to have that initial conversation with people as they're starting to want to share things. So it's a step-by-step guide for breaking the ice. What are the challenges we experience? Breaking the ice with a new connection isn't always easy, especially if you're brand new to the business. But I will say for me, even after doing it for a couple years, there are some people that were kind of on my list, but I was still intimidated by, that I would fumble over, right? We've all experienced that. So having pre-written messages that are already there, you know, work for you, help you get over that hump, whether you're a brand new person or you've been doing this for a while, and typically you know exactly what to say, but for some reason that person makes you nervous, or they're a lawyer, or they're somebody that you feel might be elevated above you in daily life that would make you just a little bit anxious. And in reality, you can share with them just like everybody else. It's just our own internal challenges. How can you tell if someone is really interested? We've talked about this a lot. Don't we all wish we could read minds? we could see that little bubble over them saying exactly what they're thinking, but unfortunately we can't. And so again, we're going to highlight some of those features within this app that help you to be able to read people's minds, read where you should go next, what they're interested in and what you should be sharing, and how to build a truly genuine relationship with people to be able to grow the business you want. We talked last week about doing ratios and being able to capture, you know, if I talk to 10 people, 5 people look at it and 3 people purchase, what does that look like? And how can I build a relationship with people to where they don't feel like I am just constantly trying to sell something to them? I truly am listening. I am hearing what they have to say. And from there, I am sharing information with them. Christelle made a great point at the beginning of this call. She has awful allergies, but you have a product that can help her with that. So if you were sharing that with her, she would feel very heard because you have a way to help her with the challenge she's experiencing. So what do we do in this app to help? How can we create a dialogue to get permission via pre-written messages? So if we reach out to someone and we send them a text, hey, it's Ashley, how are you doing? I would love to chat with you. Are you available? They respond back, okay? So what we've done now serves multiple purposes. We could have multiple text conversations back and forth. Maybe, for instance, I'm talking to someone I haven't spoken to since high school. Hey, how are you doing? How are the kids? We go back and forth. And then from there, I'm starting to get some needs that they might be experiencing that I can then fill that need. You know, what do you know about your mobile provider? One of the things with these mobile providers is they have moved into the era where they are starting to catch spam. So do you remember back in the day when email did that and everything went to your spam folder? The telephone providers are doing that too. So if there is not a text conversation back and forth, they might catch some of these resources or links that you're sending to someone as spam, which now means that person will not see it, okay? And then that can also cause some challenges in your activity log because it will look as if it was opened, but it was not actually opened by that person. it was opened by the phone provider. So that is the key reason why we suggest you start a communication with this person back and forth, just via words and text messages, prior to starting to send resources directly over. Your success rate on those being delivered will be better. And then better practices of how to identify interest. When you're starting to send communication back and forth with them, you can see what they're looking at and what they're watching and how much of it they're looking at. So now you know, for instance, we talked about this last week, like with coffee. I might send them information on coffee, but they don't drink coffee, they drink tea. So I could be sharing information that is not of interest to them, but if I just made a little shift, I could make that sell. And it's a simple and fun approach to prospecting for you and your prospects. So like I mentioned before, when any of us come into a business, it's intimidating. What do I say? We all want to fire hose because we're just so excited. But if we teach our partners to share this information in an appropriate way that the prospect can grasp it, their success rate is going to be stronger right out of the gate. And by having this app with these pre-written messages for you, it makes it so much simpler for them because they don't even have to think about it and they can just share the information directly. So I'm going to jump into the app and I'm going to show you how this works. Oh, let's see. Ernian, can you give me the login for Organo? I was in the wrong one. I apologize, everybody. Let's see, just a minute. Okay, that's what I thought it was for. Sorry, everybody. Here we go. All right, we're loading into your app right now. So for instance, we're now landing directly on the dashboard. Real quick, you guys can see my phone, correct? Irvan, give me a thumbs up. Yep, okay. So we're right here on the dashboard. If we go to resources, now for instance, I've said this before, but I want to reiterate it. If you want to send something directly to a contact, you always want to enter your resources by going through that contact directly so that it can be tagged to that person. So I'm going to click in the bottom left corner, contacts. From here, it opens up for me everybody that I've loaded into my app. I'm going to open up Ernian. And then if I go to send resources, it opens for me all of the resources that have been loaded for you within the app. So if I click on OG Opportunity, I click to expand Peak, invite for survey, pre-written text. So this is an example of these pre-written messages. Now you can go in and change them very easily, but if I click on the preview to the right of this, it's going to show me exactly what this says. It says, hi, it pulls in Elmer's name because I went through his contact and it's saved in the app. This is Joe. I'm in this app right now as Joe Funnel. So for you, it will have your name and what you've created on your contacts within your app. And it just says, I hope you're doing great. Could you answer a short, fun survey for me? So again, all of this is here. Now, if I wanted to send it via text, I'm going to click the box to the left, the text. And then from here, it basically opens up a text message. So this is where you would go in and change any of the wording. If it doesn't sound like you, if it's a conversation you've had with them in the past, you wanted to add maybe a couple sentences before that, you can just click here and you can start to input that wherever it makes sense in the text message, okay? So we have those in multiple places within this app, like under beverages, if you click Peak, we have, an invite for survey, pre-written text. So you can do all of that as well. The other thing that you can do is, if you notice under Elmer's name, to the left, we have a phone, and to the right, we have a little text message. I could always start a text string with him right from here. Okay? And then now I'm able to just text him directly through the app maybe not a pre-written message, but it does have that communication directly from the app. All right, so next week, we are going to be talking about social media on steroids and how we can share via all the social avenues any information that we want to share with people.